favorite is Wraith. It fits my playstyle a lot, very, very well. With regards to hunters, so my favorite assault right now, I would like to play Parnell a bit more, but I like Markov. Markov is very solid. Markov is very reliant. I like him a bit more than Hyde. The biggest problem with Hyde that I have is that the feedback on his flamethrower seems weak. It doesn't feel like I'm actually hitting anything. Like you don't, because sometimes when you use guns or weapons and stuff, you kind of feel the power of them. And the flamethrower does great damage, but unless you're looking at the health bar, you don't really feel it, if that makes sense. With trappers, I love them all very equally. The trappers are by far the hardest for me to choose between, just because it's really. So I'll show you through the trappers. Ooh, smell range! Yay! I finally got a decent perk. Maggie I really like. Daisy's very strong, and I like her harpoon traps because you can actually tether them out, and she's more about hurting the monster as opposed to directly combating it, to what Griffin and they do. Griffin is really good. If you're good with skill shots, his harpoon gun is amazing. His sound spikes are really good. They pick up noise that the monster makes. So basically, if you're not sneaking, you're going to get caught. And his submachine gun is very accurate. But his harpoon gun's pretty good. Abe, on the other hand, he kind of gives up the early game for a very good harassment once they find you game. So his stasis grenades, if you have a good healing team or a protective team, stasis grenades really slow down the monsters, as you can see right now. It just makes the monster unbearably slow, and it's really good to kind of spam those out in combat. And so forth. His shotgun's pretty decent. It's kind of got sniper rifle accuracy if you shoot it really slow, or you can spam it, and it's kind of like what are those guns in Borderlands 2 where you can spam them? A Jacob. So you can have good accuracy with them, or you can like spam it as fast as you possibly can, and the accuracy is terrible. But the tracking dart, it lasts for about 45 seconds, and once you get a monster with that, a good team that has a good Abe, it's really hard to get away from him. He just has to find the monster, so playing sneaky is very important. So I'm going to go ahead and randomize this. Got Abe. With support, by far, Hank is my favorite. I think he just brings everything a support should. His shield projector is very protective. It's very defensive. His orbital barrage, while it does great damage, is also very utility. You can prevent him from monsters from camping a corpse. You can get him while he's evolving for a ton of damage. You can basically kind of throw it and then make the monster forced to either go through and eat a bunch of damage or go back the other way, so you can kind of hurt him a little bit. And his laser cutters just kind of damage or whatnot. Bucket is by far my least favorite hunter. He's in the support class, but he just doesn't feel supporty. I really wish they would either change his UAV so he can take off his head and scan for the monster. But I don't like it because he's got sentry guns. So you can deploy 5 sentry guns, and they're really good. The range on them is like 25 or 30 meters or something like that. But when you use your UAV, your body's basically staying stationary. So you're either lagging behind the group, or you're forcing the group to kind of just sit around where you are. And I don't really like that. I don't like him. I don't feel that he brings enough to the table. I would rather Bucket actually get turned into a proper assault, beef up his damage, leave him with the same toolkit, and find a better support. Because he doesn't feel like he supports the team. He's just like, I bring more damage, but I'm not a damage dealer, and so I don't like that. And I'm sure my opinion's going to offend all the Bucket people out there. I'm sorry. That being said, Bucket does have my favorite line, so I don't want to completely bag on him. Cabot, he's pretty interesting. His dust tagging ability is really good for sneaking monsters, or using it inside of a dome, because you can actually see his outline like you can see right now. So his rail cannon, which you saw just there, actually allows you to shoot through walls. You can only shoot through one wall. It's got a range of like 40 meters once you hit that wall, but so it's really hard to stay away from a Cabot that knows where you are. And then he's got a damage amplifier. So basically it's like a beam. If you target the monster with it, you can go ahead and have all your teammates do extra bonus damage until it runs dry. So it does basically 1,000 damage worth of bonus damage before it runs dry, and then it has to recharge. And something that a lot of people don't know about the hunters is that if you swap weapons, your gun will automatically recharge in the background. So most of the time you don't ever stay with the same weapon unless it's for a specific purpose, because you can bounce around between them, which is really cool. So by far my favorite is probably Hank. Let's get a randomize, and we got Cabot. Healers. I'm not too sure who's my favorite. I like Val because she's just all around good. Her tranquilizer gun slows down the monster. She's got a normal Team Fortress 2 heal gun. And her sniper rifle, it puts weak points on there, but you know that's all. Yeah, kind of just what it is. Lazarus, however, he doesn't really have a heal. His healing burst is the only ability he has for a heal. It's on a shorter cooldown than Val and Kyra, but yeah, Bucket has some funny things. I'll try playing Bucket just because he's got some of the best comments about wildlife. He's got a personal cloak, so he can cloak himself, which is really nice because he doesn't like to be in combat. He likes to be on the outside of combat, cloak in, and then use his Lazarus device. So normally when you down somebody like Bucket just was right there, you get a 20% penalty to your health, and if you get 2 strikes and then you're downed, you actually get instantly teleported to the dropship, and you have to respawn. However, the Lazarus device, not only does it revive people up from the ground, but you can also do it after they've died. So once the ability to res them has passed, you have 45 seconds to still use this on a dead body, and it does not grant a strike. That being said, while that ability is amazing, it's one of those things that it's really easy to counter, and I feel that Laz is going to be one of those games that you either run away and win because the monster doesn't know that you can res people, and so you just win the game as the hunters, or you lose because once Lazarus is gone, the team falls apart, and because there's no healing, people are usually wounded, and so I feel that Lazarus is kind of in an interesting boat where I feel that he's easy to counter with knowledgeable, experienced monsters. But that isn't to say I don't like him. I used to play the hell out of him in the beta, and we pulled out some really, really good wins with him. And then last but not least, I haven't personally played Kyra. My brother has played a lot of Kyra in the beta. I would be Hank and she would be Kyra, and the two of us together would be freaking ridiculously hard to kill. I would sometimes take a damage reduction perk, and I would protect her if she was focus fired, and then she would heal me if I was focus fired, and the monster just couldn't really kill us very often, which is really fun. So she's got a healing grenade launcher. The healing splash range isn't very large, and so she's kind of more burst heal, where Val has a healing gun that kind of heals over time, and kind of slowly brings people up and everything like that.
Range on the grenade.
I'm just being corrected by my brother. The range on the healing grenade launcher we tested, it was 15 meters. So that's a really good thing. However, she's got 4 shots. So while she reloads, all that damage is being done, she can't do anything about. So while Val slowly brings people back up, she's kind of more of a burst healer. And so a good monster can exploit that by beating on somebody, not using any skills and abilities. And once you know Kyra's reloading, just quickly use all your damaging abilities, burst somebody down, and you can kill them. So that's the weakness to Kyra. However, a lot of people don't really recognize that, and so Kyra kind of gets away with murder sometimes. And then she can rotate her healing grenades for fire grenades, but her acceleration field is amazing. It's similar to the AoE cloak in the range, but what it does is it boosts all of your guys' movement speed by quite a lot. And so because I would play support as Hank and my brother would play Kyra, I would stealth us and then he would speed boost us, and we were always on the monster's ass. And it makes a big difference in good play. To answer your question, Red Skull, the developers have graced me with a copy of this game. I'm fairly involved in the community at Turtle Rock Studios, the forums, as well as I helped organize the DGL tournament that was in the beta. So for those of you that did participate in the beta, we have some good news coming up, hopefully probably tomorrow, about a tournament after release, and there's going to be a lot of things that we fixed. There was a lot of feedback, and overall, while the reception of it was enjoyable, there is still a lot of things that we could have done better, and so hopefully we'll be able to say that. No. So this is actually a press release. This isn't even the beta. So the beta ended a while ago, and so there were a few people that the developers were giving copies out to for people that were involved in the community and everything. So if there are any developers out there right now, I appreciate it. This was great. I'm glad that you picked me. Thank you. And so if there's any other questions as I go along, I'm going to go ahead and randomize a healer. Just feel me go wrong. So I know that was a long story. Scuba Doo. But my favorite assault is Markov. My favorite trapper is really hard to tell. I think I favor Abe just ever so slightly more than the others. I really like Hank, and healer. It's also hard to tell because I didn't play too much healer in the beta. I was mostly support and trapper again. I think that my favorite would probably be Kyra, but I don't. While I like Laz personally, I don't think he's kind of got issues, kind of like Bucket. But Bucket has very big glaring issues, whereas Lazarus has the possibility of being countered pretty easily. So we're going to go ahead and deploy. I think this is Hunt, Armory. So this is a new map. Okay, so let's do this. So my goal, because they don't have Hank, and whenever I get into combat, if I don't want to be in the dome, I'm just going to kill Abe because they can't really do anything about it to get rid of the dome. Or go after Laz, give him a bunch of strikes, because once Laz folds, the rest of the team does too. Okay, so now that I have the smell range, I'm going to go once again and see if I can kind of figure out what the AIs do if there's no tracks. Last time we saw them kind of derp around at the spawn, and I'm hoping that was just bad luck, because if not, that kind of sucks. Ooh, wow, this is a cooldown. So this perk right now on this mammoth bird is cooldown reduction. Look at that buffet of food. Which is I really like. The cooldown reduction is probably one of my favorite perks, especially with the Wraith. Any with the monsters, if I can get a cooldown reduction perk, I will always try and engage if possible. I don't like to engage at stage 1 if I can avoid it, but I'm going to go ahead and see if they see. So I didn't leave any prints in obvious places. And they should have gotten dropped by now. And then the other one was to hide in a bush and see if they could see me. I know that was another question that the forums wanted me to find out. Okay, so it's good to note that it doesn't look like the AI, like, heat seeks you if you don't leave tracks, and then they don't have Daisy. Yeah, so it doesn't look like that they beeline towards you, which is really nice and very favorable. Yes, yes, in fact, thank you for reminding me. Favors hunters. The AI was really bad, so hopefully that fixes the AI and it just doesn't give them a grand stat boost. I remember playing in the alpha and the beta, and there were times when the AI was amazingly brutal and just really, really good at what it was trying to do. But I don't know, the first couple of Evac games here, and again, I don't know what build number this is compared to the rest of the game. So it's hard to tell like how much advanced tweakings they've done with that or anything. But the AI was pretty stupid. I basically went 5-0 with them, and like it was fish in a barrel. And so right now I'm just kind of playing solo, just kind of getting a feel of the evac modes. I do know that a couple of people wanted me to join their group later, so hopefully we get to see some good organized play, either as the monster or with a bunch of hunters. I do not want that perk. So where are they? Good grief. So that's a movement speed bonus. I like this one. This one I have right now, it's designed to be in combat. Where are they? Wait, I think I saw them. Nope. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm going to do something. I'm going to hide in the bush. I'm going to see if they can see me. Interesting. Look at that. Either the bots were really retarded or they didn't see me instantly, which was really cool. Yeah, see, look at this. Like, the AI just doesn't even seem to do anything. Like, it's kind of annoying. I don't know what happened to Bucket. I didn't see him in that fight. Or Cabot, Abe. Oh, Markov. I think Markov died from the Mega Mouth up top. Yeah, that's what I think a lot of people are actually going to be doing 7. The AI seem pretty easy, and you can kind of get through. I'm going to go ahead and skip most of these cutscenes. If there's anybody in chat that wants me to watch the cutscenes, just let me know. Otherwise, I just want to get up a few levels so I can get some decent perks. And so, like, the AI just didn't seem to engage, so I don't know if they were just staring at me in the bush because they were a retarded AI, or if that was actually a legitimate thing that they actually didn't see me. And so, I do know that some people in the forums wanted me to test that out, so hopefully... No, I don't want to leave. So hopefully we can figure that out. I'm going to try a rescue this time because I haven't done a rescue mission yet. Plus, it's on a map that I'm familiar with. But yeah, like, so one evac game, I think it took me 25 minutes. It was probably slightly longer for me to actually play, but basically 25 minutes, and I got about 5-6 levels out of it. So I definitely think that soloing through evac mode is going to be pretty decent. And the difficulty, I don't think it actually changes the difficulty of the AI themselves. I'm going to try and play with deduction this time. You know what? Let me try a different monster. I still want to try and get better with Goliath. I think Goliath, I'm the weakest with Goliath as Goliath. Super smile. We'll just stay away, or stay with tier 1 for now. Just because I think they're the most well-rounded. But if I get the chance, I will try and hide in a bush again. Goliath is a bit bigger than Wraith, so it might be a difference.
Everyone else ran off. The turbines are offline. Fences are down. We need to find everyone so we can get those fences back up.
In rescue mode, the hunters have been called in.
Okay, because it's showing the tutorial because I haven't played Rescue yet. So far, I really like Abe. I like Cabot. I think Hank is still a better support for majority of the time, but Cabot makes for an interesting character. Kyra is really solid. I haven't had too much experience with Parnell, but everyone seems to like him as well. Overall, the Tier 3 hunters, a lot of people really like him. There isn't anyone that's very glaringly, oh, this guy completely sucks, or I'll never use him kind of a thing. Okay, I know what I am. Yeah, I think that it definitely feels a bit smoother than it was in the beta, which is really nice. Oh, shoot, this is Survivor's not Nest. Okay. I really need to start cheesing it over this way. So, I know that there's 2... So, how Survivors works is it's the first team to rescue 5. So, the first batch has 2, the second batch has 2, and the third batch has 5. And so, basically, they have to basically escort them to a certain location. And there's one of them right now. Okay, I need to stop. Gosh, this is a terrible engage for me. And I can't climb up. Cool. Okay, so I did get both of those. So that was a bad engagement for me, so I'm going to quickly get out of there and involve. And this time I'm going to do rock throw, because I know there were some people in chat that wanted to see that. So I'm going to go ahead and kill these things behind me, eat, hopefully catch up to the next group of rescue survivors, and slaughter them. So I still have the 35% move speed, so that's good. So that will help me get there at least. I did notice that there was some bigger food over in this direction. Maybe not. Oh, here it was. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Free food, sure. Haha, that Mega Mouth is killing a survivor for me. Thank you. Another kind of bad engage. I'll wait for him to revive him and then try and kill him. Okay, so all I have to do is kill one more survivor, and I'm faster than him, or faster than these guys right now, because I still have that 35% movement speed. So I'm just going to go and just quickly kill one of these, and then I win. And then I don't have to worry about dealing with them.
Anyone? Help! I don't want to die here.
There we go. Oh. At least the AI seemed a bit better in that game. The 2 times I engaged, granted I did engage at stage 1, which I don't normally like to do, especially with Goliath. And then that stage 2, they did a decent amount of health damage to me too, so hopefully it seems like that they're getting a little bit better. I'm also thinking that maybe the difficulty didn't ramp up until we did a new map, and so maybe now they're a little bit better. Yeah, exactly, yeah, so definitely much better. Like the first game, I don't think I even came close. Ugh, I hate that. Is there no skip? No skip. But definitely a much better fight than what it was last time. Plus they're getting slowly stronger stat-wise. They do more damage to me and they take less from me. Hunt, by far, much better. I don't like the other two much. Hunt just feels really balanced. The other ones kind of feel a little, I don't know, a little too chaotic. Like, I'm all for different kind of things that spruce things up, but for some reason it just seems a little, I don't know, not quite something. I don't know. Okay. So let's do a hunt. Let's try a Kraken build. So I'm going to go with a build that I usually like to do when I'm fighting against groups. I like to put 2 points in Vortex and then one in, one into Banshee Mines. I like to put Banshee Mines here and there. Let's do feeding speed, because Kraken is slow and I need to eat on the run better. Or do I want smell range? I like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and customize. $1 million for the dev that decides to put a randomize button instead of doing it this way. Okay, so Griffin, so I can be sneaky? Ooh, so they're a high damage. Interesting. Okay, so with Griffin, I can afford to be sneaky. With Hank can protect Laz. So if I get domes, my goal is to most likely go after just the Trapper. Hi, Aiden. So this is my son in the background, if you hear him. Do you want to say hi to everyone, Aiden? Do you want to say hi? So he doesn't quite talk. He can say hi a little bit, but his idea of hi is sitting on my lap and waving at the microphone. It's kind of cute. I like Defend better than Nest or Rescue, but that was the first time I played it. It was really just... I engaged them once, I killed the generator, and I literally killed the other 2 generators without seeing the hunters again. So I don't know if it was bad AI. I'm very excited to play this against real people, though. I think it makes a big difference, just like, you know, anything else. Hello, Scuba-Doo. Aiden says hi. He likes it when I play the monster, but it's funny too because I play with headphones or headset, and so whenever I have them on, he'll point to them and then point to his ears, and then he'll go, "Where's mine?" It's kind of cute.
Please help. Our work. We are very close to reproducing the Wraith's translocation field. This technology could save thousands.
Kraken is death from above.
Oh my gosh. I wish I could, there's a way to disable tutorial videos. I know that they're good for new people, but I've seen all of these, like, so many times when I was, like, looking through footage when I first heard of the game. And then, of course, in the big alpha I saw them all, in the beta I saw them all. But, I mean, I guess it's good for viewership. I know. I've been... This game has been on my radar for almost a year now, and it's just been an incredible ride. I think they've been doing an amazing job, and I really hope that this game succeeds very well. It's definitely one of the better games. Ironically enough, just playing the big alpha in October for about 40 hours or so, it was by far the best game I played in the year of 2014. It hits all the right spots. I'm a big fan of asymmetrical games. I actually play the Netrunner living card game from Fantasy Flights, and so I really appreciate the asymmetry of it. Oh yeah, I think I have us. So what I like to do with my Banshee Mines is I like to shove them in plants like this, because you can shoot the Banshee Mines and it actually dissipates them. And so I like to do that because it's hard for the hunters to see. So a lot of times I can get like a free couple hits. And because they have Laz, Banshee Mines are actually really good because Laz doesn't really have any good heals. I do not want to tangle with that guy right now. Okay, so I don't know this map. Where am I going? Hey, look, it's the trap drop pack. Hey, how dare you? Okay, do I see them? No? Okay, I'm evolving right here. So that's a bunch of good feed for me. It doesn't seem like the hunters are aggressive. Like, and this is bad play. I know that when I've been playing some really good teams in the beta, when I played nothing but organized teams, it's a much different feeling. My food. Are those your toys? Hold on one second and I'll let you up. Yeah, see, like, right now, I don't know why the hunters aren't on my ass. Like, it's very weird to be able to play against people that aren't constantly harassing me. Oh my gosh, where the hell are they? So here's a sound spike. So normally when you're sneaking around, this thing won't pick you up, but if you're up, you hear that little clink sound. That's actually one of the the notification that you got hit by a sound spike. It's really, really faint, and most people don't really hear it, but it is there. So, and this is something you don't want to do against a good Kraken. You do not want to group up. See how Lazarus got Parnell up without taking a strike? That's where Lazarus succeeds. That's what he does really good. So let me go ahead and get some more armor up, and let's go ahead and get a good puff, and then we'll go fight him again. Yeah, natural selection was a big fan of mine too. Ironically enough, I didn't like the second one as much as the first one for some reason, and I'm not sure why. And people always ask me what it is that I don't like about it, and it's hard to place. It's just, it feels off a little, and I don't know why. So that was a really bad engage for me. All four of them are up. They have no strikes, and they're right here. And yes, I have armor, but I don't know. There they are. So Lazarus is starting to run off, so now I'm ready to go kill him. And so what I'm doing, this is called kind of like camping the body. I'm basically trying to do everything I can to prevent Laz from getting here and raising the body. Nice. So now if I'm lucky, I will... Oh, if that trap jaw hits me... Oh, I'm so bad. Crap. Oh my gosh, Trapjaws, I hate you so much. I want to murder every one of you. There he is. Okay, so the dropship's about to stop, so I don't want to kill him just yet. Now I do, because now he's not going to get rezzed. Thanks. The reason why is because I don't have the eating perk. Or do I? Maybe I did take that one. The reason why is because I don't have, or they can just shoot me off, and so it's with a Laz, you're not going to really eat a corpse, and so it's usually not a good strategy, especially when there was a Hank and a Laz. Wow, this team's actually pretty good. I don't know if the AI got better all of a sudden. So they're not very good at hunting me, but in combat they're actually pretty decent now. There we go. Got Laz. Okay, where's the last one? So I got... Is it Hank? Okay, I don't know where the other guy went, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and draw them away, or draw them towards the power relay, and then just kill them. So I didn't eat the bodies that time, because there was no need for me to, because Laz was already down on the ground. Okay, apparently the other guy just committed suicide. Yeah, so I feel like Kraken's good. I don't know, like I feel I'm better as Kraken than Goliath, which is one of the reasons why I try and play Goliath more. But I don't know, it just feels like that Kraken's kind of not squishy, but I don't know, it's hard to say. It lacks something. I wish it had a different ability besides Aftershock. I've heard from people that Aftershock got buffed or something, but I didn't really see it. So maybe I'll try Aftershock next time, see if that makes a difference. Okay, what's the next map? We'll try and do another rescue. Although I do know this map a little bit. Let's do a new map. I think it's funny. I don't think I've been paying attention to any of these map bonuses. I probably should. Yes, I do. Haha. The developers are amazing people, and I'm very, very grateful that they gave me the chance to try this. I kind of wish I had a more updated build, though. So we're doing rescue. Last time I did. You know what? Let's try another Wraith. I'm going to try doing abduct this time and see if that's any better. Rescue. Let's do feeding rate. Let's try and get to stage 2 fast. Customize team. And the roulette a wheel. We get a Kyra. We get a bucket. We get a Griffin, Gryffindor, and a Markov. Okay, so sneaky. So this is actually a pretty cool team. I wonder if the Kyra bot uses the speed boost to get to people faster or not. Yeah, Wraith is a lot of fun. I do agree with a lot of the people in beta. I don't think it was nearly as OP as people claimed it to be, but I do feel that Decoy by far needed to be looked at. So some of the changes from beta to release is that they increased the cooldown by 30%. You also can't use his warp travel ability while cloaked anymore, and I feel that those two are the opposite. I would much rather have seen Decoy do less damage but keep the utility, because I don't use Decoy to do damage. I use it to cloak and then get in behind people and then just stab them in the behind. Like it's a lot of fun that way. Oh, I think I'm gonna try and go for you, even though I really shouldn't. Sorry, 35% was just way too good to give up. Can't eat you. Ooh, that's way far away. So because I have the 35% damage reduction, I will engage in combat. Ooh. Kill. Ooh, I'm gonna go through this warp. I'm gonna see what it does. Oh wow, that was nice. Oh, that actually was terrible. Okay, where am I? Where are they? No! Get away from there! Ah, son of a bitch. That's what I get for knocking my food into there. So I'm gonna hedge my bets that they're not gonna follow me. Is it faster to go through here? Oh, yes, yes, it is. Aw. Where's the other? Okay, it's up there. Stupid rock. To be fair, this is actually the first time I've ever actually tried using abduction. Doing horrible. Bah, okay. Time for another perk. Let's get out of here. Ooh, if I'm really lucky, I might be able to... Whatever, I got that. Nice. Whew. That was some bad combat. So, abduction by itself is not spectacular. Or at least I'm not very good with abduction. Yeah, I like Supernova a lot more. I just wanted to try abduction because I literally never got to try it in the beta. Because I was in the DGL tournament, we were limited to Tier 1, Tier 2 characters. So we didn't play a lot of Tier 3. So I only played Wraith a handful of times altogether. And so out of all those times, I never needed anything besides Decoy and Supernova. But I did want to try abduction out. It's alright. I feel like it's a good supplementary skill. I don't think it's a good primary build. Like, Supernova and Decoy are just meat and potatoes, and abduction's, you know, butter or something. Okay. Yeah, so to answer my questions, hold on. So for 7... no, this is actually the first time I've done New Calico, so I haven't. I've lived in California though. So yeah, so Siokni. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize if I got it wrong. So yeah, those are the most recent changes, but they haven't actually added those to the actual build yet. Oh, that's right, I'm level 3. And again, I don't like Aftershock, so we'll do that before I continue though. So yeah, there were a bunch of changes. Let's do... Okay, while I randomize. So there were a number of changes, but the press build, this was way before. I'm not sure how old this build is. And so these changes haven't been taken into effect. I'd like to try them out because I feel like 30% cooldown reduction was a bit much. Personally, I think that they just needed to change the damage. That was the biggest thing. Even the teleport while warped was fine because you could see the trail. So we'll see how that changes things. So before I start, let me just go through. Yeah, the press release actually was released before the beta, but I don't know which was a more recent edition, whether it was this or the beta. I feel like this is a build that was that's more recent than the beta, but the beta got because that had to have been figured out what everything was going to be changed in. That build had to be locked in a while ago. So auto balance, each pip gives them that team increased damage resistance. Yeah, task force has got it. So is it 1.5 or is it 15% task? Yeah, so it's in scoops, yeah. Okay, so they do 50%. Wow, 50%. Wow, okay. I don't think it is Verk. I think it's a bell curve because of balance. So the first one will probably be the biggest pip, whereas the fourth ones wouldn't. Or it could be an inverse bell, but I don't believe it's linear. But I'm not too sure. Nobody knows the hard numbers on that. So let me go ahead and start. Okay, so I'm fighting a Laz, Bucket. So they've got a really good tanky team. So all the damage bonuses are additive, actually. So I don't think there's any multiplicative stuff. So for instance, a headshot adds an extra one times damage. A headshot or a Val weak point does an extra 1. So if you put a weak point on the head, it's actually 3. So 1 is base, another 1 for Val, and another 1 for the headshot. So it would be 3 times. So if it was with this, this means it would be 3.5. Which is still decent, but I don't think it's multiplicative. That would be a bit too strong, I believe. Whoa, I'm like 5 million light years away from this thing. Oh, they went a different way. Oh, hell yeah, I'll take that. Ha, got it. That's right, suckers. Okay, where's the turrets on here? So, this is my second defense one, so I feel like the best strategy is to kill the turrets as soon as possible, so that your minions can get in all the free hits. And I don't know what's with this build, but the Banshee mines seem absurdly strong for some reason. I guess I shouldn't call it the beta build. Even I'm out of stamina. Lift! You magnificent beast, you! I think cooldown reduction is actually better than damage. See, I don't know what's up with the AI. Like, the AI is just, like, I don't even know where the fuck they are. Like, I hope this is just really bad AI and not like how representative of the actual final game. Because this seems really silly. To answer questions in chat, since I'm not being oppressed by hunters right now, this is defend mode. So one of the campaigns that one of the campaign modes is called evacuation. It's basically 5 maps, all strung together with different map bonuses, and it shows off the hunt, the nest, the rescue, and then ultimately this is kind of like a, not quite tower defense, but kind of, and it's called defend. It's the last day in the 5. And so the hunters are basically supposed to protect these generators, and apparently they're out of... I don't even know where the hell the things are. So this is the second time I've played a defend map, and by far the AI is just retarded dumb in this. Well, yeah, we'll see in the beta task, when I was playing against teams, even with all the bonuses that the hunters have here, the Banshee Mines didn't seem to do as much damage for some reason. Like, I'm not sure if they were tweaked before the beta, but they definitely are a lot stronger in this one, I feel. Maybe by damage about 10-15% more, but they definitely feel a whole lot stronger. I really like them in the beta, but here they just seem the bee's knees. But yeah, that's pretty okay. Scrub lords. Okay, so let me send a message to a couple of the organized groups that are wanting to play with me tonight so we can actually get some real play instead of crappy AI poaching. So give me a second to do that real quick. Okay, so it looks like, if you want to say hi to the herd, you can.
Hi, Herd.
That's my wife. She might be playing later as well. I don't know if she wants to play tonight or tomorrow, but she has said that she wants to try it out against AI. She was a little intimidated to play against other players, so she played the tutorial once or twice, but she definitely wants to check out the game. Plus, because she hasn't been following the game religiously like I have, it'll be nice to see kind of her impressions about what she didn't understand and what would make the game a little bit easier, user-friendly and everything like that.
User-friendly. Retarded-friendly, more like it.
So anyway, so it looks like my team is not ready quite yet. It looks like they're still having tons of fun playing with their developer right now. So that being the case, do I have any recommendations? Wow, I did 3. For some reason, $323 million worth of destruction doesn't seem very much. Greatest threat. Medal of Honor. Markov. So if I have any recommendations, I might do another Evolve or another Evac to kind of show off their thing. I can also set up some custom games, or I can go through my profile. Any kind of questions you guys have,